What's going on, y'all? Let's check out this video that's about Pokimane. You know, she's out here grifting, per usual. And, catering to her simps. Let's see what's happening. Don't forget to hit the hype button and the like button.
If I ever was a billionaire, I wouldn't be a billionaire for more than a day. I would give away most of my money.
Cap. Lies you tell. Lies. You're a millionaire right now. You don't give away most of your money. You would have never became a millionaire if you had that philosophy.
But I also think that's most people.
It's honestly wild watching everything fall apart in real time, while she keeps talking like nothing's even wrong, and somehow every sentence only makes things look worse instead of fixing anything. That's exactly what's happening here, and this isn't just messy drama, it's a full-on meltdown. This situation didn't slowly drift off course, it blew past control almost instantly. It escalated fast, and honestly, she's not even near rock bottom yet. This past week has been straight chaos, flipping everything upside down to the point where nothing adds up anymore. One minute she's out here saying capitalism is evil, and the next minute she's getting called out for living this ultra-flashy, over-the-top lifestyle. And it doesn't end there, it keeps piling on. Now she's being accused of protecting someone, sponsors are quietly stepping
Throwing up gang signs? What was that about? Don't do that in Chicago. She's wild and she had it upside down.
back, and even her own fans are starting to turn on her. Instead of calming things down, every apology just makes it worse, pushing more attention onto a pattern that's been there for a while. And all of this really kicked off from one clip that spread everywhere like wildfire. P.O. jumped on stream and went off, talking about how society is way too focused on money and work, saying, "We live in this self-centered capitalistic system that trains people to chase cash instead of real human connection." And at first, it doesn't even sound that bad. But this is where everything starts falling apart, because while she's calling out others for being obsessed with money, she's saying all of that from inside a multi-million-dollar mansion in LA. That contrast hits immediately, and it's not being ignored. And let's not forget, this is the same person who, just a few months ago, spent $12,000 on an engagement ring.
Well, just go get one for yourself. So that's what I did. A ring at Bulgari that I just fell in love with. It felt like way too much to get for myself, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, I hope someday I actually get engaged. The person that you are engaged to the most in your entire lifetime is your damn self. So why shouldn't I get this ring for my damn self? So this is me proposing to myself.
For herself, seriously.
Wow.
God, please, no! No!
She even posted a secondhand embarrassing video about proposing to herself like it was some deep emotional milestone, yet somehow, she's still speaking like she's completely separate from the exact system she's criticizing. Then we get into the cookie situation. At first, it just sounds a bit questionable, but it actually gets worse. She launched these cookies for $28, and that price was instantly questioned. Instead of understanding the reaction, she doubled down with that same tired attitude, acting like everyone else was the problem. And this is where it really...
Yeah, them cookies look nasty as heck, too. I didn't try them. I didn't plan on spending that amount of money to try some damn Pokimane cookies. I ain't one of the simps in her chat. But it didn't look like it tasted good. And they were way overpriced.
starts to stand out.
You think I'm a billionaire, you cookie bean. I'm so sorry. If I ever was a billionaire, I wouldn't be a billionaire for more than a day. I would give away most of my money.
So now the same person criticizing capitalism was calling people broke boys just because they didn't want to spend nearly $30 on cookies.
We live in such a self-centered capitalistic society. And it sucks because it trains us to prioritize work and money above all else, even friendships, even being there for other people.
And here's the part that really stood out. Those cookies were basically repackaged versions of another brand selling the same thing for way less. That's not challenging the system, that's playing straight into it, and it didn't take long for that to get noticed. Then things get even more uncomfortable. Someone in her chat called her a moody socialist billionaire, and instead of brushing it off like most creators would, she instantly banned them. A 14-day timeout, gone just like that. And right after that, she goes on a full rant acting like she's
I think that's a little extreme. I think that's pretty extreme. Did they strike a nerve? Did they call you out and were they right?
completely justified. Like, okay, sure, but let's be real for a second. You're already sitting on millions. So this idea of waiting until some imaginary billionaire level before giving anything back just doesn't make sense. She already has more money than most people.
If she get to $1 billion, she gonna lie and say the next level, I need to have this amount.
Will ever see in their lifetime. So if she's truly about helping people and spreading kindness, why not start now? That's what frustrates many viewers when it comes to creators like her. It's not about the money or success, that's not the issue. It's the constant contradiction, saying one thing and doing the exact opposite every single time. One day she's posting clips shopping on Rodeo Drive, showing off Gucci, Prada, designer, everything like it's nothing. Then the next minute she's on stream acting like materialism is the real problem. The hypocrisy is obvious and it shows every time she goes live. She starts a stream, everything looks normal, same setup, same vibe, smooth at first, until about 30 minutes in, when something feels off. The gifted subs slow down, and right on cue, she suddenly remembers she has a meeting and ends the stream immediately. The timing feels way too convenient to ignore.
As I thought my meeting was at 2, it's at 1, which means I'm 8 minutes late. I'm so sorry. Love you guys so much. I've got to depart. Thank God I didn't get into a Valorant game.
Why does she throw an accent on? Why she put an accent on at the end? That was a little weird.
I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
So now we're supposed to believe she just randomly remembered something important at the exact moment the donation stopped. That's a hard one to believe. Up to this point, it mostly felt like controversy and backlash. But honestly, that was just the beginning, because things got a lot more serious when Captain Puffy stepped in and dropped something that completely shifted the tone of this situation. For anyone who missed it, Captain Puffy, another creator, came forward with a detailed document about her past relationship with her ex. It included claims about emotional manipulation, financial issues, and overall toxic behavior during their time together. The details were...
Oh, the tall dude that Pokey was pretending she wasn't dating? I remember that guy. I didn't know he had another nasty situation brewing. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Specific, heavy, and not easy to go through at all. Now this is where she gets pulled directly into the situation. Elle is currently living with her, they're roommates, and according to Captain Puffy, she was aware of everything that was happening. Puffy says she reached out, explained the situation clearly, and even provided proof, and the response she got was basically, "Wow, that's awful. So sorry that happened to you." And that was it. Nothing more. After that,
wow,
nothing changed. She kept living with him, kept working with him, kept featuring him in content, like everything was completely normal. Just business as usual, no shift, no reaction. And this is the same person who's always online saying things like believe victims and talking about supporting women and standing against abuse. But when serious accusations involve someone in her own circle, with evidence presented, suddenly there's silence. No public response, no clear acknowledgement, no visible action, just hoping it fades out of attention. Even Ms. Keefe stepped in during a stream and called it out, saying it didn't sit right with
him. He called her Ms. Keefe. That's hilarious. He pronounced it like the dude from Key and Peele. A.A. Ron. A.A. Ron. Said Ms. Keefe. That's my nigga. My bad.
He pointed out how much he had defended.
That's not my homie. I was just making fun of the name. I don't like Ms. Keefe at all. Just want to be clear. I don't want people saying, you said that was your N-word. No, I was just joking. Ms. Keefe just sounds like a funny hood name.
Her before, only to now watch her promote messages about believing victims while still living with someone facing serious accusations. When you line all of this up, a pattern starts to form. At that point, it starts to feel like a performance, saying all the right lines, posting the right hashtags when it's trending, keeping everything polished on the surface. But when it's actually time to stand on those principles, suddenly it becomes inconvenient. But what do we know, right? Just broke boys, according to her. And now her own community is starting to wake up, and the reaction has been harsh. The comments on her recent videos and streams are filled with viewers calling out the contradictions. That relatable, down-to-earth streamer image isn't landing anymore. She's now being seen as someone who built wealth through the same system she criticizes, living a highly privileged lifestyle, then turning around and lecturing others about caring too much about money.
And we hate the rich. Anyway. Too much.
Aren't you the rich?
No!
What?
She is the rich. 100%. She's the rich.
Meanwhile, a lot of her viewers are just trying to get by and pay bills. That gap between what she says and how she lives is massive, and it's getting harder to ignore. And it's not just fans noticing either. Brands are starting to quietly distance themselves from her content, and that usually points to something bigger happening behind the scenes. When companies start pulling back, it's rarely random. It usually means the situation is getting serious. And here's the key point. This isn't about one single mistake blowing up. It's a buildup of patterns that are finally being connected. The luxury lifestyle while criticizing capitalism, the overpriced cookies while calling
I'm gonna just say, if you're a lonely streamer, just say so, Pokey. Facts, though. She is lonely.
fans broke boys, the public image of standing for good while staying close to questionable situations. And then there's that overly polished, always friendly persona that slips the moment things don't go her way. So this isn't some sudden collapse, it's more like everything catching up at once. And honestly, a lot of this could have been avoided if she had just been real from the beginning. Instead of trying so hard to seem relatable or morally above everyone else, people don't hate success, they understand it. What they don't respect is someone pretending to be something they're not. Let's be honest, viewers can accept a rich creator. They can accept flaws too, but acting humble while flexing wealth or pushing a perfect image while doing the opposite behind the scenes, that's when—
Yeah, she know what she doing. She know what she be doing when she do that. 100%. You said the best joke I have ever made is that even Pokey's website doesn't accept cookies. That's funny. Wow. And then when you try to leave the website, it says, if you're a broke boy, just say that. It's like, what the hell? I tried to click out the website. How you go?
people check out completely.
Insult me.
After all of that, things look very different. So where does this leave her now? Financially, she's probably still fine. Those millions aren't disappearing anytime soon. But her reputation? That took a real hit. Credibility is shaky, and trying to claim any moral high ground after this is going to be difficult. Now the real question is, what do you think? Is this situation getting blown out of proportion?
No, I think she nasty. I think Pokimane is a nasty individual, personally. All right, I think she's a grifter. She's one of the types of people like Hassan Piker that present herself as if she's like this socialist and, oh, we don't like the rich, when she is the rich and has been for quite some time. But that's just my opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Hit the hype button as well. Also share the video and subscribe. And if you want to watch me live stream, my live streams have moved from this channel, the channel that I was on, my main one, Internet Exposed, to now it's on Exposed Extra. Go and check that channel out. You can find it on the homepage. It's probably people watching me live streaming right now like, I thought I was on the channel. No, y'all on the channel because you're watching me live. The people that's watching the playback, I'm telling them to come join us on Exposed Extra.